it's awesome.
What a beautiful day it is today in Florida. Nice day to get in the goddamn garage and work on cars again. So today, because yet again I have been disappointed by somebody else not wanting to work on cars because when they say they would, I'm gonna go ahead and install the control arms on Donnie. These control arms, Maximum Motorsports control arms. Got some instructions, hardware, relocation brackets, and depending on how long it takes, I'll probably be installing these Vikings also. All right, let's get to work. Alrighty, I guess I'm doing this. I'm not really feeling up to it, but it's just not feeling up to it, but it's got to get done because if I don't do it, no one else will apparently. So let's get cranking. Not going to be a step-by-step. I'm just going to show you the finished product and then we'll see how it feels on the street. Alrighty, after many hours, guys, we have Vikings, Maximum Motorsports relocation brackets, Maximum Motorsports control arm. Yes sir, yes sir. Looking a little racy, so let's get her down, do a test drive. No launches. I am wiped out. I am absolutely wiped out. I'll just give you my driving impressions because this took like 5 hours. Alrighty, gonna take Donnie for a bit of a ride. We're gonna go ahead and see if the control arms made a big difference. It's set up for like over 100% anti-squat. Basically, the relocation bracket position is all the way at the bottom. You can actually feel the car kind of lift from the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some video from the side to see if we're getting a little separation on the rear end as opposed to a squat like what I had before. And then we'll draggy it to see if the 60-foot improved at all. And we'll go from there. No full quarter-mile hits because but the last thing I want to do is get hit up by the police. This thing needs to go to a track so I can do it safely. No more of that crazy quarter-mile stuff, especially in the middle of the day. It's beautiful outside, so I can't imagine, you know, not anyone. Look at this day. God damn it. It's beautiful. Anyway, let's go out and do some testing on Donnie. Okay, impressions of how it drives. So you're feeling like a body separation now because I have the bar angle in such a way where it's a lot of anti-squat, and I did that because that's how it's going to run at the track. But I'm going to be honest with you, on the street I don't think it's working for it all that well. I feel the body separate, but obviously on the street we're dealing with asphalt, so it's not conducive to grip, whereas the stock stuff like squatted like really pronounced. And I wonder if that squat was being favorable towards a little grip. I'm having trouble launching the car consistently, but I am on asphalt. It is middle of the day. The other times I was doing it during the golden hour or at nighttime. So I'm gonna try a couple more roads that I'm pretty familiar with, that are pretty good in terms of grip. We got the tires at 20 PSI, but you know, I'm hoping that I can get at least better than a 1.88 on this tire. If not, I still have the Mickey Thompson ET drags, but I'll be honest with you guys, I just don't feel like swapping tires around to test up on the street anymore. I'd rather just go to a rental and hammer this out, because at the end of the day, that's the goal, to go 9.0 with a 2.3 blower, built motor. This motor goal is to go 9.9, 2.3 blower. So I'll try a couple more roads and we'll see. But definitely more NVH. The hind jointed control. The hind jointed control arms definitely transfer more road noise. When you hit a bump and the rear end articulates, you hear a little bit of a clunk, but I knew that was going to be the case with hind jointed control arms. So let's try a couple more roads and we'll see how it goes. You can see anything attempting quicker than a 1.90 or 191 seems to just cause the tires to break loose. And again, I could sit here all day, click up on the rebound, click up on the compression. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that the goal is not to get after it on the street, is to just kind of like vet the parts that you're messing with. Eventually this will go to the track and be, you know, a car that you mess with at the track. Sure, I'd love to do some more street stuff with it, but not to get a ticket. I'm not going to be retarded and get a ticket. This is a bone stock engined 2019 Mustang. 12-to-1 compression, currently on Sunoco 260 GT. It has an ESS supercharger with a 120mm pulley, which on their website says about 8 psi, but let's be honest, when you're revving it to 75, 7700, it's more like 10 psi. It made 670 or 680 rear wheel horsepower. Now, I thought that was a decent comparison because it's up 100 horsepower over the Corvette, but it's down 100 torque over the Corvette. It's also heavier than the Corvette. So I thought, you know what, let's do 60 to 130 testing on this car and then get the Corvette out on the same day and do 60 to 130 on it. Since you guys that watch the channel know the dyno numbers that each car makes, know the setup on each vehicle, I thought it'd be an interesting test to go ahead and get you some draggy 60 to 130 pulls. Stop it. I can't say I didn't expect that, but let's talk about context here. This is a low compression illuminator, 12 pounds of boost on the 85, 20 degrees of spark advance, manual. It's got the ET Street SS's, so it has a little gear ratio going for it, but the fact that it's only 12 psi is extremely promising on a low compression motor because, you know, it's, I don't want to say it's extremely efficient, but for context, 11 or 12 psi on a 12-to-1 compression motor, which is the white car, the white 19 GT, similar gear ratio, 20 degrees of spark advance with race gas, it's running the same time. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna pull some video, and I'm gonna see if I can make a comparison as to how the GT500 is running compared to the white car, because let's just, the sun's in my face, compared to the white car, and I think, look, it's fast. The Corvette went 5.9 with like 20 pounds of boost. The white car 19 never went 5s. It was like a low, I think a mid to low 6. I'll go back in the video and research it, but let me get home, let me look at the data log. I'm extremely happy with a 6, 7, 12 pounds of boost. It didn't overheat, cams are working, rods are still in it. So let's go home and finish up the video. All right, why do I have that on? Let's look at a data log before I go in there and start editing video. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There it is. Whoa, I think I shifted like at 8200. It's up there. It flared a little bit. I got to get better at that, but it flared to 8500. The thing is though, if there is no limiter, so my there's engine inertia that has to be taken into account. So my shifts were, let me see, boom, from the intent, 5, 4, is that 4/10 or 4,000? 4/10. So I got to get quicker on the shifts, obviously. So I got to work on that a little bit. So not a problem. But let's take a look at fuel trims, meaning is it spiking? Is it running out of fuel? Fuck no, it's flat as shit. Beautiful, beautiful. Look how flat that is. Damn. Cams, intake cam, Gen 2 intake cam. Is it processing? You know what? Believe it or not, it is, because the command, actually, yes. Exhaust. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's actually, I was like, oh my God, is it frozen or something? But no, it seems to be moving, and I want to double check the command to make sure the exhaust cam is following that. But it looks to be where it needs to be, especially on intake. So it does that, it asks for something, and then I'll double check what the command is. Actually, let me do that real quick. Double check the command. They're exactly where they need to be. Guys, I'm blown away. This is a Gen 2 intake cam on a Gen 1 Coyote swap GT500, like with a twin inlet throttle body situation. Completely crazy, but okay, we're doing good here. Fuel trims look good. What we're seeing for air load, because we're revving it high, I don't think it's more than 1.7. Yeah, this is very low boost. 1.8 peak air load, that 8,900. So that tells me that it's about 12 PSI tops, no higher. So very good. 19 degrees of spark advance. Low compression, I could probably put 23 degrees in the bitch, but I won't, because I'm going to go up in boost. It's not going to live at 12 pounds of boost, if ever. So, data log looks excellent. Let's get in there, wrap this up with some video, and we'll get after it. Well, there you have it. The car performed excellently. I was very, I don't know, hesitant, because I put this car together myself. I put the trans in, I put the clutch in, I put the motor in. Literally everything that was Coyote, involved in Coyote swapping the car, I did myself. And, the tuning I did, along with help with Lund Racing when I had little hurdles, and everything was vetted by me. And today was the first time I gave it a romping, and it performed, I'm gonna be honest, flawlessly. I was very happy. And the reason I put the 19 video up there as comparison is because it's probably the best comparison I can make, where a 12-to-1 compression motor with almost 11 PSI with a 120 millimeter pulley was running in the 680s. As you saw in the video of the GT500, I let off just before 130 because, I don't know. I don't want to just, stay in it until I have to, but it probably can get a 6.6 out of it. If I wanted to add spark advance, because it is a low compression motor, I can, but I won't. So I'm going to take my own advice, and I'm going to pulley down. It's going to get a 2.7 upper pulley next. Go out there, do another hit, see what it does. If it sticks, if it doesn't, we got a set of slicks on it, and we will do some hits on that. Retarded, dumb stuff, street stuff, but it's the most relatable content I can give you guys. So guys, again, thank you so much for hanging in there. I'm trying to get you as much content as possible. Got your Donnie content and Section 8 content in one video. Can't hate it. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later.